We've always heard from people that whenever trouble comes, God always shows a way or sends someone to help. But what if that very help becomes the reason for your death? This story is about 25-year-old Samuel, who had recently been transferred from America to Tokyo. Samuel was a cheerful person. His house was located near the outskirts of a forest close to Tokyo, and he actually liked that place a lot. Like every night, he was walking home from the bus stop. On his way, he used to pick up dinner from a nearby noodle bar. That night too, Samuel was heading toward the noodle bar to pick up his food. As he reached the corner of the street, he suddenly heard Mr. Tanaka crying. He was about to go towards him when he saw a man, his face covered with a printed cloth, pointing a revolver at Mr. Tanaka and threatening to kill him. Samuel quickly took out his phone to call the police, but suddenly he heard a gunshot. Out of fear, his phone fell and broke. He immediately hid himself. After a few moments, when he looked again, Mr. Tanaka's body was lying on the ground, and the masked man was taking money from the shop counter. Samuel got scared and ran away, but he stumbled and fell. Hearing the noise, the masked man, who had just come out of the shop and removed the cloth from his face, turned toward Samuel. They both saw each other, and the man started chasing him. Samuel didn't want the killer to find his house, so while running, he went deeper into the forest and hid inside an abandoned broken house. From a broken window, he saw the killer approaching. He quickly ran to the last room of the house and hid there. Soon, he heard footsteps. The killer was getting closer. Samuel felt like he would meet the same fate as Mr. Tanaka, but suddenly, the sound of a police siren echoed. The killer got scared and ran away from the house. After waiting for a while, Samuel gathered courage and came out. By then, the police had already left. He took out a matchbox from his pocket and lit the last match to find his way in the darkness. The light was too dim, so he ended up burning the entire matchbox. That's when he noticed an old white paper lantern lying in the room. He picked it up and lit it. The moment it lit up, it felt like the entire forest came alive. Trees started shaking violently, as if a storm had suddenly arrived. Strange sounds of animals echoed everywhere. Suddenly, the windows of the house slammed shut and shattered. Samuel was trying to understand what was happening when he noticed something terrifying. On the wall, in the yellow light of the lantern, there was a shadow, but it wasn't his shadow. It was of a woman. That shadow slowly started moving towards him. Terrified, Samuel ran out of the house and tried to find his way home using the lantern. But since he was new to the area, he lost his way and went deeper into the forest. Exhausted, he finally sat down near a tree and placed the lantern on the ground. He closed his eyes for a moment, but suddenly, he felt something grabbing his body. He opened his eyes and saw horrifying hands emerging from the lantern. Those hands were rotten, covered with knife wounds, slowly tightening their grip around him. Samuel struggled desperately and somehow managed to free himself. While struggling, his hand touched a large wooden piece. Without thinking, he smashed the lantern with it and crushed it completely. As soon as the lantern was destroyed, an eerie silence spread across the forest. Everything went dark. But suddenly, the lantern lit up again. This time, something worse happened. A long, red tongue-like shape came out of it and wrapped around Samuel's legs. Then those same rotten hands started emerging again. Moments later, a horrifying woman appeared in front of him, floating in the air. Her entire body was covered with deep knife wounds. Blood was flowing from her eyes, and insects were crawling through her long hair. She slowly moved closer and screamed loudly before attacking Samuel. The next morning, two police officers investigating Mr. Tanaka's murder followed footprints into the forest. There, they found Samuel's dead body lying on the ground, covered in deep knife wounds. Nearby, they also found the same broken white paper lantern. They realized that Samuel's death was not caused by a human, but something else. According to a Japanese urban legend, if a person dies with hatred in their heart, their spirit can get trapped inside a paper lantern. And if someone lights that lantern, the spirit inside will not let them live. Even today, many people in Japan are afraid of such lanterns. So friends, tell us in the comments what you think about this Japanese urban legend. And don't forget to check out our next story.